Hey there, it's Melissa, and I'm just checking in with you to give you some new information about a book, about information in this book, and how it kind of correlates to what we're doing here on this channel. So the book is called The Gap and the Gain by Dan Sullivan, and he talks about the gap, which is living in the I'm not there yet, oh woe is me kind of thing, and the gain, where you take everything and you make a lesson out of it, or you have a win, like we stack our wins here, right? So most of us and a lot of us a lot of the time are living in the gap, which is like in scarcity. Like, I don't have this yet. And we all have these ideals, like this ideal situation, that life should be like for us, and we're not there yet. And we kind of punish ourselves for not being there yet. Don't punish yourself for not being up here in this ideal thing. Well, I should have been further along by now. Why? Who says who? I mean, you cannot measure an ideal. An ideal is there for inspiration only. It's not measurable. What you should be measuring is the gain, what you've done so far. Stop punishing yourself for not getting there as quickly as you thought you would, because life happens. We can't know everything, right? And don't measure yourself against other people's progress. If you're measuring yourself against other people's progress, you'll never be happy because, you'll be in the gap all the time. And, you're not on that other person's path. You're on your own path. You have your own plan. You're not going to get to your ideal situation being on somebody else's path. Okay. Now, in the gain, you focus on what you've actually done, and it's measurable, unlike the ideal, right? So learn to convert your fails. Even if you're failing, you've done something, right? What did you get out of that? If you got nothing out of that, then it's just wasted time. It's a failure. But if you can learn to say, why, why did I go through this? Because life is happening for us, not to us, right? That's how we have to look at things. Because then we get something out of everything, and you gain something, and you win something. Now you have stuff to stack, right? So the lessons give you something to stack, all right? Look back at where you are regularly, every 60 to 90 days, say. Now you can measure something. 90 days ago, I was here. What have I done in the past 60 to 90 days? And now you have something to measure, and you can say, oh, look, I did this. Maybe you only did two important things. So what? You did two important things. And that adds up to at least 8 things a year. And if they're important things, then you're making progress. That's how you measure progress, not on this pie in the sky idea. That's great. And you might get there someday and whatever. But right now, you need something to keep you going, something that builds that momentum, builds your confidence, and keeps you going. So if you don't recognize those gains and you don't convert things into lessons and make it positive and give you something to build on, then you won't have anything to stack. So make sure that you're building your confidence and your momentum by staying in the gain and get out of that gap. I mean, I everybody does it. You have habits of that. Like, say with my kids, sometimes I'll be like, why are you doing it this way? Or why didn't you do it? Instead of recognizing, wow, look what you did. You got, instead of saying, oh, you didn't get all straight A's, or hey, look, you got, 8 A's and 2 B's. Look at it on the positive way and stack confidence. It'll stack your confidence. It'll stack confidence around the people that are around you. So you're benefiting more than just yourself, because that's going to be contagious. People are going to notice that you're making that switch. You're flipping that switch and kind of changing your perspective. You will get more gains, you will get more wins, and you will stack, stack, stack even faster. So recognize, look for it. The book is great, but look for places in your life where you're living in the the gap, scarcity, and I'm not there, and the woe is me, and get out of that rut and get up into the gains and build that ladder and get on up there. So stack your wins. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear how somebody else is doing, because I'm going to keep on letting you know how my journey's going.